Hello everyone, it's Marc Sabatella from Mastering MuseScore, and welcome to the Music Masterclass. This is my regular series where we talk about some aspect of creating music, composition, arranging, improvisation, playing by ear, all the sort of creative acts of making music. And this is a very special episode. Just checking out the chat here. Let me get that happening a little better here. So this is a very special episode because we're going to be listening basically to your music and just listening. I mean, that's going to be the main thing here. We're going to be listening. That's what I can say. We've got a lot of music. We've got like almost 20 submissions from people. These are going to be final projects from the Harmony course. Great to see so many of you here. And Beatrice, welcome to Colorado. Eagle, I know I've driven through there before. Been there a few times. What we're going to do here is I just want to get on with the music. We're looking at how much music we have to go. If we just play it all back to back with no breaks in between, it's almost an hour right there. So I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I'm just going to play music and we're going to listen. What I will do is encourage you to comment via the chat, and let's just all kind of, comment on each other's music, and I will post the links to the music that we're listening to as well, so y'all can be commenting there in addition. So the first thing we are going to be checking out here is Brian Collins. And by the way, the order here is mostly just the order that it was submitted in. So this is, this is the order pieces were submitted in, more or less. It's actually the order I bookmarked them in, and I bookmarked them as I encountered them, which may or may not be exactly the order. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get on with it. So I have, let me see, I have that piece already queued up. Let me make sure I find it. That's this one here. Okay, good. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to play. We're just going to play music and enjoy the music. All right. So that's what's going to happen here. And let me go ahead and pin my chat. No? All right. I'm not going to. Oh, I got to pin it over here. Sorry. Float it. And now I can be monitoring it while we listen to the music. All right, so you'll have to make sure you tell me if the sound is all okay. I did tests. Everything should be cool, but be sure to let me know. So here we go. This is Brian Collins's composition, Awakening. Now I start it over again because I forgot to turn my volume up. There we go. Let's try that again. No. Beautiful job, Brian. And one of the things that I hope that you're all noticing as we're playing through this music is you should be able to see and hear the techniques that we've been talking about. You should be seeing and hearing secondary dominance, diminished approach chords, the minor 4 chord, all this kind of stuff that we have been dealing with. Not everyone is going to have everything in their piece necessarily, but I certainly heard a lot in that piece from Brian, and I hope you did too, and I hope you enjoyed it. And well, let's move on because as I said, we have a lot of music. So what I'm going to do here is give you the link to Heiss's piece next. And this is, let's see, I need to go this way. So this is Gijs's piece, and let's hear this. And we are going to be mostly listening to the music on MuseScore.com, because if I try to load it into MuseScore and have MuseScore play things, we'll deal with, like, you know, how much power my computer has while I'm streaming, and we know that sometimes there's hiccups. I feel like I'm going to get best results out of just playing from MuseScore.com. Those of you who posted videos will be playing those. All right, so let's go ahead and hear Gijs's piece here. Gorgeous work there, Gijs. And it's, you know, he is someone that has been, I've, you know, been taking my courses and doing things for a very long time. I've heard a lot of your music over the years, and this is one of my favorite pieces that I've heard of yours. I really, really enjoy this piece. So thank you. Thanks for posting it. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for your participation. And that goes for everyone, of course. Thanks for everyone's participation. So I need to remember how I'm doing this. There we go. I'm next going to get Graham's piece here, and these pieces are mostly on the, you know, short side. They're 1 minute to 3 minutes long, which is great because that means we'll be able to fit everyone's music in. But by the way, if you know, if we go over an hour, that's fine. I'm here till the end, and you all, if you all have to go somewhere else, you know, this is recorded and you can watch things later, so you don't have to worry about that. But I definitely wanted to make sure that we get to hear everyone's music, and it seems like that's going to work out. So we're going to have a mix here of original compositions and arrangements of other music. And of the arrangements of other music, I think you can pretty well expect we're going to be hearing a lot of Christmas-themed music, right? Because you know, that's the season here. So we're gonna. This is a Christmas piece that I think will be familiar to many of you. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, from Graham Archer. Yeah. And I remember this, had been submitted a while ago, and I listened to it, and we talked about that key change in the middle of it, and how what a beautiful surprise that key change is. It's just really lovely, and this is a really cool arrangement, and I hope it gets performed. In fact, for a lot of your music, I hope you find ways to get them performed, so you can hear what it sounds like with real musicians as opposed to just MuseScore playback. All right. So let's just move on. So next we have up Doug's piece here, and Doug has another Christmas themed piece here. So this one here is going to be a video. It's still, if I'm not mistaken, computer playback, right? But it just happens to be a video of it that we're going to be hearing. So in any case, it's a gorgeous piece. A lot of you have been commenting on this thing, but of those who haven't seen it, I think you're really going to enjoy this arrangement of O Come, Emmanuel. I'm going to stop this here because I'm hearing comments about sound being distorted. And tell me, was that the case all along, or did something change? Because I'm not aware of anything having changed, but I definitely want to make sure. So I'm going to start this again and listen through my other machine and see what's coming through here. But as far as I know, I'm doing what I'm usually doing, and I'm not aware of anything that could be explaining distortion. Beautiful job, Doug. So, I am hearing your comments about the sound quality, and yeah, I mean, when I was testing this, it seemed fine. But you'll definitely get to check these out on your own as well. I am going to try something, so let's bear with me a moment while I give something a little shot and see if I can help things. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen. I'm going to remember what I'm doing here. I'm trying something that I don't try very often. So yeah, Doug, that was just a fantastic arrangement, and I'm sorry that now I'm getting distracted by all of this and not able to express my appreciation as well as I normally would. So the question is going to be, is this going to be better or not better? So I'm going to move on and find out. So we're going to listen to Glenn's arrangement of an original piece called Saw a Woman. And we're going to check this out, and I'm going to be listening through here to see what might be happening is, strange echoes or nothing coming out. So we're going to find out what's going on. But yeah, we'll see shortly. Let me talk. Okay, I just want to make sure there was no echo there. All right, let's see. All right, lovely job. Great job, Glenn, on that piece. And okay, so we're going to go with this sound. I hear people are saying it's slightly better, and I'll take slightly better over definitely worse, right? So we're going to go with this. And Glenn, great job on your piece. And as far as the appearance of the video, that is most likely a question of your internet connection. The system will automatically kind of scale down the resolution if it detects that if your internet connection isn't fast enough, it'll automatically scale things down. So I'm going to assume that if you're seeing video issues like that, that's what's happening. In any case, Yeah, really, really nice work here. I'm going to keep going on because, as I said, we have just a lot of music to be listening to here. So we are now going to move to Rod Jolkowski's piece here. And this one is an arrangement of a standard called It's the Talk of the Town. So an arrangement, not of a Christmas song specifically. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is now Rob was talking about this being for, looks like D colon turns into a funny face there. That's not what I intended, right? Rod D colon. All right, fine. Now it's now it's not a funny face anymore. So come on, load up. Score not loading. That's not a good sign. We're going to try something different. We're going to try just opening. I've got all sorts of backup plans. If MuseScore.com starts giving us problems, we can, actually try loading into MuseScore. But we'll just see what happens here. And yes, I deliberately added 2 colons. So we're going to load Rod's piece just into MuseScore directly. Here we go. And play it this way because MuseScore.com decided to go on the fritz for a moment. So I'm going to bypass MuseScore.com for this one. So give me a moment and Rod's piece will be loaded up and we'll be hearing it. This course has been like a wonderful experiment for me of like finding a new way of teaching this material, and I hope you've enjoyed learning this way. To me, this is like the model for how I'm going to be doing things going forward, so you can expect like the Counterpoint course next year to follow a similar type of format. All right, let's go ahead here and let's hear Rod's arrangement. This is an arrangement intended for accordion, so the way everything is notated here is intended for accordion, but it certainly works when we hear it with the piano sound. So, you all heard echo on that, right? Oops, wait a minute. Great work, Rod. Love it. Love this arrangement, and it's really effective. And yeah, so the echo that's going on, it's the thing that I just did to try to improve the sound when using MuseScore.com. Unfortunately, the reason I don't do it normally is it has other side effects. So I will hope that MuseScore.com continues to goes back to cooperating so I can use MuseScore.com here. So let's, this is Richard. Richard. So here comes Richard's. And, what you could all certainly do is just turn off the sound while I'm broadcasting and listen to it online. Since I've got the links going there anyhow, you can totally make that happen. So maybe that's the thing to do, is just, while I'm playing it, mute this window and, play it yourself. I don't know. But let's just move on and hear some music. So this is now O Little Town of Bethlehem, arranged by Richard Baker. Nice, Richard. So I have to say, I'm assuming that this is just a different melody. I don't know if this is your original melody for this song or if it's just a different melody than the one I know, because that's often the case, right? The same lyric has been set to multiple melodies. This is not the melody that I know for this piece, but it's a really nice melody. And yeah, I'm curious to hear more about it. So that's Richard Baker's arrangement of O Little Town of Bethlehem. All right. We're now going to move on to Lonnie's Advent medley. And this is cool because this is, we kind of talked about this during office hours and kind of helped talk through some of the stuff. Actually, well, that's fine. This is, I pasted the wrong melody, but that's fine. The wrong link. Let me get the right link here. There we go. That's the link I meant, but here we go. So this medley is based on a totally different arrangement of a totally different piece, and she took ideas from that and applied it to other songs, and it's really quite interesting what's coming up here. So I really hope you enjoy this piece. It's just beautiful in its own way. So here's Lonnie's arrangement of Blessed Be the King Who's Coming and Hark a Thrilling Voice is Sounding, which are both songs that I'm not familiar with either. So here we go. All right, beautiful. So that piece was echoing too. I'm thinking that I should go back to the other system that I was using then, because if that's still echoing for people, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So I think I got to call an audible on this, as they say, and go back to my tried and true method here. That echo, though, on that piece, I agree, could be like interesting in its own way. Yeah, this. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, no, I'm just going to go back to the other thing. Yeah, the 2-for-1 thing that's the kind of echo. It's basically you're getting two versions of the sound. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the screen share without doing that. And now let's try this. We're going to just keep going and try. And I will highly encourage you to just continue to check out everyone's music outside the context of this. You'll know well enough from this, which pieces you really want to go back and dig into deeper, and then you can listen to it with your own, your own control over the sound, because it's hard for me to control what goes through the internet. It can sound beautiful on my system, but by the time it goes through the net, all sorts of weird things happen. So we're going to come back to the way it was before, and hopefully that eliminates the echo, and it'll be back to the way it started. I'm afraid, but that's I think going to be better. So this is Bruce's arrangement of "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree." Obviously, another Christmas themed piece. And let's go ahead and hear what we got here. I got to listen to it through the headphones and make sure it's going to be acceptable. All right, really nice job, Bruce. I love how you've really taken a familiar piece and used the concepts that we've talked about here to come up with some different harmonies that really work quite nicely. There's some of those phrases that are like, wow, I really like that. I kind of like that better than the original in some places. So that is really, really a nice job. I'm going to try one other thing here. So if anything goes wrong with what I'm about to do, just come back, all right? I don't think it's going to hang you up or anything, but I am going to have to leave and come back for a second. And you just hang tight for a moment, and I'm hoping this might be another little improvement. Okay, I'm back. And let's go ahead and get my screen share back. And we're going to go on and just see if, we can keep hopefully not making the sound worse. That is my goal, not making sound worse. So next we're going to have up Kevin Johnson's arrangement here of It Came Upon a Midnight Clear, which is a lovely arrangement for kind of a wind and brass ensemble. That's kind of a unique ensemble, and so the way it's orchestrated is really interesting in itself. So again, I'm going to put on my other headphones to check out what's coming through here, but we'll see if this is going to be any better. Yeah, I just love that arrangement. It is just, interesting harmonically, interesting orchestrally, interesting rhythmically. I mean, just lots of just lovely, wonderful things about that. Great job, Kevin. Okay, I am going to continue the process here, and we're going to hear our other Kevin here. And this is Kevin McDonald's arrangement of of a psalm. This piece, the last time there's that D colon thing. So see, every time you type D colon, it automatically turns into a funny face. So that's why I need to type D space colon, and then it won't turn into a funny face. All right, so there you go. So let's bring up this psalm, and my recollection here is that the melody here is original, right? The psalm, of course, is from the Bible, but the melody as well as the harmonization is all original. This is my my impression. Kevin, you might want to remind us if I'm telling a lie here, but it's. I don't know how complete it is, and you can maybe tell us also a little bit. I know at one point you had a less complete version, and this one is hopefully, we'll hear what we hear. But I certainly liked what I was hearing when I heard it before. Just lovely, Kevin. I just love where this thing went and how you've taken it pretty much to completion. And I know we talked about the church bell effect in there, and that's an interesting effect going on in there. And we'll have to talk more about that sometime, and because I need to learn more about how this actually is intended to work and so forth. But just such a creative piece, and love what you've done with it. By the way, the comments about creating your own soundtracks for MuseScore, Dave, I don't know if you were referring to the idea of the alternate sound sources on MuseScore.com, but when we get to my piece towards the end, I will. I actually did that, so you'll get to hear what that works. But basically, it's something you can do on MuseScore.com that I think is what Dave is talking about. It's a thing you can do to basically sync your score to a video, so that when you play the score on MuseScore.com, the sound comes from the video. So this now is Tara's piece. And she said she's not going to be able to be here. I do want to check. She had said she was going to try to upload a video, but it hadn't happened as of the last I checked. So I think we're just going to hear MuseScore's playback. But I do want to check and try to be sure. Because if we can hear her own video, oh, she does have the video now. Yay. We're going to listen to the video because that's fun. Right? Great. So let's hear the video of this is being played on lever harp. So the thing to know about this piece is a lever harp, you have to fiddle with these lever settings to change, to get chromatic pitches. So doing interesting things harmonically is a challenge on the lever harp. And so I'm going to be fascinated to watch this now to see how she's doing this, and you have to really think through what's happening. And I'm really looking forward to this. So let's check out this video here. I love it. So I wasn't sure what this was going to be, but now I'm seeing, she even says this right up front. I should have seen, there's no lever changes during the piece. What she has done is she has, like, this is like for harp, but different in the specifics. You have to preset the levers for all the pitches. So like she wants to use some B flats and some B naturals, but unlike the harp, you can set them different by octave. So whenever she wants a B natural, it's in this octave, right? The C, B4. When she wants a B flat, it's in this octave, the B flat 3, right? So that is just amazing. I mean, so she's very cleverly worked this out. So the D sharp she has here in that third octave there, but D naturals when it appears in the fourth octave or the fifth octave. And it's just you have to think not just about the harmony, but the logistics of playing the instrument. And to me, that is just amazing how she pulled that off. So just wonderful, wonderful. All right. I'm so glad I found that video then. I'm so glad you got that posted. All right. I'm going to skip Baby Jane only because this is what we're going to end on, because it's just such a fun ending piece. I think you'll agree that that's going to be our best ending piece. So, oops, I didn't mean to do whatever I just did. So let's try this again. I want to get to Linda's piece and just copy it into our chat here. And so Linda's is an arrangement of an old modal hymn called the Wexford Carol. And by saying it's modal, it means it's basically uses the Mixolydian mode, right? It is, yeah, and unfortunately it feels like my chat is not necessarily keeping up here. So I think I have to give up on that pinned chat idea. So this piece is, yeah, it's basically what we would call Mixolydian in its like original form, and yet she's managed to harmonize it using modern, and by modern I just mean post-Renaissance, right? I mean anything Baroque on harmony. So she's able to kind of combine the modal Mixolydian aspects of it with the more tonal harmonies of it, and I think just did a fabulous job. So Linda, great job on this. Let's listen to the Wexford Carol from Linda Corcoran. Just beautiful, just fantastic job. I don't know why it doesn't want MuseScore.com isn't wanting to keep up with it at the moment as far as being able to show you what was happening. But could you hear that at the end, that minor plagal cadence, that minor 4 to flat 7 to 1 thing? And that's like, it totally fits the whole Mixolydian vibe. It just made me giddy to hear how well that worked. So anyhow, great job on that, Linda. All right. So we're going to move on. We are, approaching the end here. Obviously, we're going to go over an hour on this, which I kind of anticipated because if I knew if I talked more than a minute between pieces, it would put us over, but that's fine. So here is Rebecca has an original piece called Morning Reflection, another just really beautiful original piece. Temporary blackout, really? Is anyone else having a blackout? It looks I'm seeing normal things over on my other screen here, so hopefully it's just Jimmy, something that's going on for you. Oh, I see that you're on your phone. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so here is then Rebecca's version. Well, not version, it's just her original composition called Morning Reflection. You'll get to hear a lot of these concepts being used in just really nice ways that I'm just going to make it full screen so we have the most visibility on it. Here we go with Morning Reflection. love the song. It's just a great melody, harmonized beautifully, arranged nicely. I mean, it's just a great song there, Rebecca. I think you did a fabulous job on that. It's just wonderful. It's got kind of that gospel-y sound of that, the way that diminished chord fits in there, and the way you have the grace notes and the bluesy elements to it. It's just really, really nice stuff. I just love it. Okay, moving forward here. So Jimmy, your piece is up next. I don't know. I'm gonna hedge on Jimmy on your piece just in case your power comes back, and things are better. So we'll just do things a little bit out of order here, which is fine. This is not a magic order here anyhow. So this is Beatrice has her piece here, which was just posted pretty recently, so I've only barely gotten to check it out, but it's really nice. It is an original piece that is based on classical themes. The idea of combining a Schumann and a Brahms piece, but at least the vibe of those pieces, and creating her own thing with it. It's a really fascinating concept, and yeah, let's see. I do want to keep my chat visible here. It's better for me. So let's go ahead and hear my blended loves here. Nice. I mean, and Schumann is probably one of my favorite composers for the piano specifically. Brahms is one of my favorite orchestrally, and this just has elements of both of them, and I'm just loving it. So great job there, Beatrice. And Jimmy, if you're feeling good about your connection, I'm going to go ahead and bring up your piece here. So let's check out Jimmy's piece here. So first, let me grab the link and post it in here. So this is Jimmy's arrangement of the First Noel. And yeah, this is, come on, bring up, there we go. Okay, so this is the First Noel arranged basically for piano and melody. Wow, Jimmy, that is just super, super creative. My guess is there was some rhythmic things going on in terms of how the chord symbols line up with the chords and perhaps the voice and the piano. I know there was like a bug in Muse Sounds that just got fixed yesterday, where sometimes things can get out of a little out of sync. So I have a feeling that what we just heard might be a little different than what you intended rhythmically in there. But yeah, that is just so creative. I love the putting it in 4, but then using 3s and 4s together. I mean, it's just such a cool thing. By the way, and Beatrice, on your piece, the chord symbols would have been really good to have turned off the playback of chord symbols, turn off the playback of chord symbols, and add pedal. That's what would make, I think, a difference on how your piece would sound. So we're going to go ahead and play my piece next. Because I think I did everyone's except Stevens. So I'm going to come back to Stevens, and I'm going to play my piece next. Because I think Stevens is just a great closer, but I'm going to play my piece here. And so when I had mentioned that I used this feature that MuseScore.com has where you can sync the playback to a video, what it means is I basically recorded myself singing. I know I'm not a singer, but I thought the lyrics were really important to hear. So I have synced this. I've created a thing and I've made a video. There's no actual pictures in the video. It's just a video of a black screen synced to my audio of me singing. So what you're going to hear is MuseScore's playback combined with my singing here. So hopefully you can tolerate the fact that we all know I'm not a great singer, but I do think the lyrics just sort of make a difference on this. So Beatrice, to do that, open the mixer, and then you'll see the chord symbol channel down at the bottom and just hit the mute button on that. That's the easiest way to do it. And when in doubt, go use the search feature on the website and search for chord symbol playback or something like that, and you'll find the lessons on the topic. All right, so this is my arrangement of the Gustav Holst setting of In the Bleak Midwinter, which if you've been following some of the other videos and the things I've talked about has been kind of a process, and I'm really happy with how this came out. It's sort of a full arrangement for piano and voice. It's completely reharmonized. Every single phrase has got different chords to it, and the way I'm doing the actual arrangement of the piano, it's designed to kind of fit the lyrics well. And I don't know, I like how this came out, and I hope you do as well. In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan, earth stood still as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago, our God, heaven cannot hold him, nor earth sustain. Heaven and earth shall flee away when he comes to reign. In the bleak midwinter, a stable place suffice. The Lord God Almighty, Jesus Christ, enough for him whom cherubim worship night and day. A heart full of mirth and a manger full of hay. Enough for him whom angels fall down before. The ox and ass and camel which adore. Angels and archangels, they have gathered there. the beloved with a kiss. What can I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would bring a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part. Yet what I can, I give him. Give my heart. There you go. So this is my arrangement here, and at some point I'm going to get my wife to sing this thing. She got a much better voice than I do, and of course it'll be an octave higher as well. So yeah, there was a little of a challenge to sing in tune, and I will say I did use a little bit of the auto-tuning feature of BandLab to help my intonation, but I didn't put it on full blast because then it sounds very robotic and bad. All right, so we've just about reached the end of things here, and so this is going to be Stephen's... and thanks for the comments, folks. I appreciate it. This is Stephen's original piece entitled Baby Jane. And it's just a fun piece. So he wrote it originally and posted a version with just, you know, his voice and so forth. But then this is his full-on arrangement that now, you know, includes some of the harmonic things we've been talking about. So that's what we're going to be hearing is this arrangement. And this is just a really fun piece to send us out on. It's fun. I don't know. It's a great closing piece. So good job, Stephen. Thanks, everyone. And let's hear some music. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks for all of your participation in the Harmony course and all these sessions we've done. We all learned so much. At least I had such a good time. Hope you did too. Hope you enjoyed this final presentation of all the music. Great job, everyone. And yeah, I'm gonna post some more stuff, and we will build continue to engage through the community. But this has just been a great experience for me, and I'm looking forward to carrying some of this momentum going forward into next year. Everyone, have a great Christmas. My Christmas tree here. Have a great Christmas, Hanukkah, holidays, whatever holidays you observe, New Year's, and so forth. And I will be seeing you around in the community. Thanks, everyone, and goodbye.